2 400.
Charles, how do you feel? What's the difference now from year 1 to year 2 now that you've been through a year of major college basketball?
Difference between year 1 and year 2, I definitely feel like I got a lot stronger. I got faster and just put on more weight. So that's probably just the biggest change. And obviously now I got a taste of what it's like playing in the SEC. So now like I know what I'm getting into. I'm confident in my teammates that like we could do something special. Go far.
It said you guys are, should be playing with a chip on your shoulder after the way y'all finished, the end of last year. Do you think that you and your teammates are playing with a chip on your shoulder this year?
Yes, we will be. We still got some learning to do. Obviously, it's a whole new group. Everybody got different personalities, but like us as leaders, especially the returners, we've really been like on guys, play with a chip on their shoulder, and all our freshmen so far have been doing a really good job of it. So obviously, before we get to our first game, that'll be really good to see how they play.
How do you get people to play better defense?
Really, it's just really, just having one another's back when something goes wrong, because it's not always going to be perfect. So, like, if one of our guys gets beat, the next guy got to help him, and the next guy got to help him. Just basically rotation defense. I feel like once that goes down, and then everything else takes care of itself. And then obviously just being the hammer, not the nail on rebounding. So, yeah, that's just really about it.
That was my question, so you're good.
Well, Charles, talk about as far as the squad this year. As you said, you feel stronger. I think Coach Hodson does a lot of work with the bigs. What did you and he when you put your heads together after your freshman year? What did you want to add to your toolbox? What did you want to expand in the game? How did you think you've improved?
So after the first season of what Coach Brian told me, he said, just now we got your first year out, you see what we got to work on. I was just working on your body, getting stronger, adding more muscle, because that helps a lot of things, really, especially when playing against bigger, stronger guys than myself. And one thing that we are putting to add in my game is my shooting. Obviously, free throws, consistency, so you obviously be a high percent free throw shooter, so I'm going to be going to the line a lot. And also just continue to work on my post game. But most things we've really been working on was like my 3-point shot. It's been looking really good. Coach gave me the green light, so y'all get ready.
What would you say is the biggest thing this group can take away from last year's result in the NCAA tournament?
Biggest thing is really just leadership. Just being ready to step up when adversity hits. For sure, I think that's just really the biggest thing that these guys, we told them, just got to be ready for it, especially in the tournament. Because, not everybody makes it to that tournament. But, it's really, you're only guaranteed one game. Tomorrow's never promised, so, yeah.
And that all starts with, the first games of the season. You guys have a really tough non-conference schedule. How eager are you to get going and really put in work to hopefully benefit you?
Man, as you can see, our schedules, we love competition. We're always looking for the hardest teams to play. But, I'm really excited, to go at it a second time. Especially with our new guys, they're just realizing that, we don't, we really look to challenge ourselves and, try to play the toughest teams. So, and that will really just help us for March, especially it being so early. And then March is all the way to next year. They should probably be ready to have a feel for it by then.
How much do y'all talk about the end of last year? Just among you and your teammates?
About what happened last year?
Yeah, about especially not just the tournament, but maybe those last couple games. How much do y'all talk about that?
We don't really talk about it that much. I think we're all just kind of focused on this new year. What happened last year happened. We just got to learn from these and move on. That's really just about it. Figure out things we could do better as a team for this year that we didn't have last year.
Well, we hadn't been able to speak with you, but what did you take out of the trip to Spain and France? What did you like the most about it, and how did you guys grow as a team?
When you ask about what I like most about it, you mean like basketball-wise?
Basketball and as a group, getting touch closer.
Basketball-wise, definitely getting a chance to, play international basketball, because I played for the Canadian national team. So, usually they'll be asking me questions like how much different is it in America than it is international. I say, there's a few different things. So I feel that's also brought us closer together, especially after games, just sightseeing with the guys. Going to watch a FIFA match at Barcelona. That was really good. I think that just brought us closer together, even off the court. You know, we all have each other's backs, and it just keeps on bringing us closer together. And that'll be really helpful, especially if we want to go really well this season.
Some of these new pieces that you guys have, like Brandon, like Mark, I mean, like, what has it been like seeing them and practicing with them, and what are you guys getting with those guys?
With those two guys, I mean, they're really good. They're really good. You know, they are very much, they make practice twice as hard. And not even just them, even like the rest of our transfers and freshmen, like, we have really talented freshmen. Like, you know, they don't back down from challenges. They actually make my job a little bit more harder now in practice, you know. Really great group of guys. And I feel like what Oates built, like this new team we have now, like, is gonna be really good. Once we fix the pieces we need to fix, and, you know, just glue in and get the system right and focus on what we gotta focus on, it'll be really good. We'll be a very special team.
Noah was just telling us that you guys had a players-only meeting after the scrimmage. Who helped lead that, and do you feel like that's a good proactive sign as opposed to last year where some things spiraled off?
Yeah. So after that scrimmage, JQ, he brought us, like, he's the one that came up with the idea of, you know, we should have like a players-only meeting the next morning and make sure everybody's there on time. And everybody was there. And we had Noah Gurley and Amari meeting, and us returners, and it was a really good talk. Everybody agreed on, you know, what happened and obviously what we need to work on. And I think that's just a good step in the right track, because we, you know, especially so early. Because I mean, like last year, I mean, we won our scrimmages, so we didn't really like have a meeting because, you know, we just thought everything was all right. But we would have like meetings like mid-season, but starting early, I think it's good that we're fixing our stuff we got to fix now.
And just a quick follow-up. I think we hear players-only meetings a lot in sports, and we don't really know what goes on. Is it a contentious thing? Is there yelling, screaming? Is it productive? What goes on here?
Not yelling or screaming. I mean, that probably just would not end well, hopefully. But I mean, definitely, you know, just like, you know, just being real. You know, no sugarcoat. Just accept what our downfalls were. Just gotta own it. Just build it on next practice. Because at the end of the day, I feel like us players, if we talk to each other and we talk to each other, we gotta fix. Like, the player will like be more like, they'll think about it more, like be more reactive to fix it, obviously, than, you know, your coach saying it. Because sometimes, you know, there's some days where, you know, coach is really getting on your heart and you're just like not really thinking about it too much. What your brother's saying,
How long does that meeting last?
the meeting, I mean, it was like roughly about 15, 20 minutes. It was good though, you know. Had a board out and just rang things up. It just didn't happen. But
Board of like.
yeah, we had Noah Gurley leading. He was like a teacher.
Oates was talking about the risk of complacency that comes with success. You know, how do you combat complacency? You know, when you're doing well, like what drives you to keep working?
What drives me to keep working? Just never be satisfied. You know, obviously last year there was a bit of complacency, which resulted in what happened. Mm-hmm. But you know, really with me, especially even now, like I just always want to find something else. Like there's another level I can reach. You know, if we're on like a 10-game winning streak, you know, I'm just thinking about the next game, what I can do better. You know, I'm never really focused on the past or what happened. I'm just focused on what I can do better each and every day.
You had some big wins last year. Your coach talked about, you know, maybe the team as a whole didn't always respond to those wins and come out with that same intensity in the next game. Do you think as a group, I know that there's a lot of newcomers, but do you think as a group y'all are more prepared to maybe handle some of that success this year?
Yeah, we will be, but you know, obviously, you know, we gotta see as the games go on. I love to say yes, but you know, obviously, you know, we just gotta see what happens. But hopefully, with these new group of guys, you know, everybody wants to win. You know, don't want to disappoint the team. So I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna want to fight hard for what happens.
You kind of touched on it in the last question, just how you personally deal with complacency. Just you said you kind of set a goal maybe for. Do you kind of do that after games if you have a big game? Do you kind of go, I want to, do you like think about it numbers wise? I want to reach this, or?
I think of it both ways. number-wise, it's just like as a teammate standpoint. Like, were there certain moments in the game like where I just like where like for a split second like I tuned out because I was too upset at like what I did wrong. But I mean, yeah, just kind of those type of things. After every game, either a big win against Gonzaga or a heavy loss in like a conference game in Georgia, and always just thinking about what I could do better, both to help my team and obviously just that's it.
What's your favorite thing about France?
Favorite thing about France? Oh, watching PSG. Definitely, me and a couple of my teams went to go watch that game. The atmosphere was crazy. Yeah, it was, honestly, I couldn't even remember. It was just loud. Everybody was there to see, obviously, Mbappe, Messi, Neymar. That's kind of everybody was there for. And yeah, it was just crowded. You couldn't even find a seat. Like, you had to stand or something. I used to. Until I came to America, I had to learn Spanish. I took a Mandarin class, and then now my French is a little bit messed up.
It didn't come back to you on the trip?
It hasn't come back. I haven't really taken time to actually look back into that.
What about the Spanish?
A little bit. I got my Spanish a little bit, but Noah more. He speaks more so Spanish than me. Noah.
What was the soccer environment? How's it compared to college football here?
Well, I mean, it's kind of tough to say because that Barcelona arena holds like 100 and something thousand, and ours only holds. I don't know how much ours holds, but definitely. Yeah. Really? You hold 100,000? Well, that arena was just twice as big then. but I mean, like, you know, for football, especially like for college football, I think honestly, I'm just grateful that actually you'd be able to go watch a football game like that, seeing like how much people show up to a game. It's just insane, and obviously Barcelona, that's really big too. Like you can't even get in line. And security's really tight too. But once you're in there and you're watching, it's amazing.
Was there like a favorite thing you ate when you were there?
In Barcelona? Not in Barcelona. Paris. Ugh. I don't know. I mean, there's a Five Guys around the corner. there's Five Guys around the corner.
Is Five Guys the same in Paris as it is
No,
here?
no, it is not. It is
What's
not.
the difference?
I don't know. Some a little different with those hamburger patties. But, I mean, it's identical inside.
Yeah, okay.
He's trying to escargot while you're over
McDonald's is
there.
different.
He's trying to escargot while you're over there.
What's that?
Snails. No. Okay.
Nah. I'm pretty sure that she'll let us know at least beforehand. A lot of guys definitely would not want to try that.
I think that's about it.
Yeah.
Thanks,
All right.
y'all had me so worked up for this. I heard this is a spot where you gotta be ready.
Oh, for sure.
They warned you about it?
They just say, you don't, it's gonna be a lot of questions, so you gotta just be ready. Be a lot of cameras.